Morning, everybody. Okay, let's call the meeting to order at 11:03. Did you guys get a chance to review the minutes? I sent them on Friday. I don't know if you got a chance yet. Yeah, okay.
Oh, sorry, I didn't peek at them.
Okay, no worries. But did someone want to make a motion to approve the minutes? Joanna, Georgette, thank you. Okay. All right. Oh, and there's Rebecca. All right, so morning, Rebecca. We're just starting now. Okay, so let's talk about updates on the programming. So this Sunday is the walk at the high school, the AFSP walk. I believe, did you guys all get it? I know I get it because I get the high school emails, but do you guys all have the information about that, or I can send it to the larger group? Yeah, you all have it? Okay. Yep. So that's very exciting. And Michelle couldn't be here this morning, but hopefully she'll be able to be there on Sunday. But as I think you guys know, we mentioned before that this is the first time that they've done a walk at a high school, which is pretty awesome. Morning, Joe. So I hope that there's a big turnout. I believe that the registration and stuff opens at 9. And if I remember correctly, or someone correct me if I'm wrong, at 10 o'clock, there's like an opening ceremony at the stadium. So I know I plan on going, and I hope a lot of you will be there too, or spread the word. It's pretty exciting that we're doing this. And hopefully raise lots of money, because we were very successful at the October walk, that Darien representation.
So Allie, do you know how they're structuring the opening ceremony?
I don't know much, because it was the high school and AFSP that I'd had nothing to do with.
Together. Okay.
Does anybody know? Anyone involved in it? Joanna or Amy or anyone? And welcome Amy Daniels, the new director of the depot. You probably all know her already anyway, because Amy's involved in everything, but exciting Amy.
Lots of familiar faces. Hi all.
We all know Amy. Amy's around over here and everything. But that's exciting.
The only thing I know about the about Sunday's opening ceremony is that there will be some choral singing.
Oh.
And I think a couple of people will be speaking.
Nice.
But that's all the details I have at the point.
Okay.
Joanna, do you know who's in charge of that ceremony?
I mean, they're doing it through the school, so it's probably Ellen, my guess.
I think it was Ellen, and then Kate. How do you pronounce her last name? Is that who you just said? Damamas, one of the assistant principals.
I mean, I think Ellen. I know that. Sorry, I think
Perfect timing, Scott.
Oh yeah, Scott might know.
Yeah.
More.
Hey, Scott. We were just talking about the walk this Sunday and about details about it. Do you have more? I'm sure you have more information than any of us.
What information would you like?
So just about the details. So I think if I remember correctly, like the starts at 9, like there's, the registration and all starts at 9, but then there's an opening ceremony at 10.
Yep.
And what is that? Do you know what that includes, or who's speaking and stuff?
I don't have all the details on who's speaking, but I know that there will be some speeches, and there will be community partners with tables set up, sort of similar to the community walk style that was in Westport.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't have the details on who's exactly speaking now.
Okay, probably AFSP, I assume, organized that part of it.
Yeah, and they've done a lot with the student council. They've worked together on that with Kate DeMillis, but I'm happy to get some more information. I know that there's going to be administrators singing, so there will be a tune that happens
Nice.
At some point during it. So I think there's a few different things that will happen.
Great. And hopefully the rain holds off. Right now it says rain, but hopefully that doesn't.
I know. I'm hoping it's like this past weekend on Saturday when they said it was going to rain. It just kind of was an overcast day.
Exactly. And things can change still, but and do you know, do you have any idea how a lot of people registered, or you probably don't know that yet?
I don't, and we aren't really sure from what we've learned or what we've gathered from AFSP, many people register the day of or sort of closer to the event. They kind of just, because there's no deadline for registration. So It is kind of hard to predict. So you start off with the early registration hoping to get a sense, but that apparently a lot more people register later. Mm-hmm. But if you look at the actual website of the campus walk, there's a number of people who are already fundraising and donating, and there's a number of teams, of Blue Wave Strong teams and other teams as well. So we sort of predict that there will be a pretty big turnout.
Awesome. And I think kids don't even have to register. They can just show up and walk too. So,
Exactly. You don't have to, no.
right. Great. It's
Ally,
exciting.
do we have any kind of promotional stuff going out from the town end of this? Like maybe touch base with Marley and make sure that she, throws a reminder
Yeah,
on all the social media networks for town.
good idea. Yeah, she did put it in Monica's newsletter, and I know the schools have been putting it out. But yeah, I'll remind Marley to send it out this week. Thanks, Marcy.
There a creative flyer?
The only reason I say that is because I'm not. Oh, sorry. No, I'm not part of the high school system.
Oh.
So the only reason I got it was because I was on an old email for the basketball team. So that's the only reason why I kind of had any real detailed information about it. So maybe we need to kind of ramp that up a little bit this week for people that may not be getting it from the high school. Because I don't know if it went out to elementary or middle school kids.
No, Joanna, did it go? And welcome Alicia Dad, our new director of mental health, everybody. Yay. Joanna,
So all the wires have been asked to put it in. I think most of them have. I think it was maybe one school that didn't, but all the other schools put definitely put the walk in this past cycle. So the ones that went out yesterday.
Okay.
perfect.
And is there a creative flyer that someone can share? Because I've seen it like included in as copy blocks in some of the school stuff, but is there like a promotional flyer for this that we could share with the Depot list or on social media, for example? Does anyone have access to that?
If one exists, I don't know if I've seen it as a flyer, but I can find out.
Yeah, all I've seen is like the little blurb and then the link to register.
Yeah, exactly. That's
Yeah.
what I've seen go out as well. But I'm not on all of the the parent and the community list, so I can find out if one was developed.
Thank you.
Thanks. Okay, anything else about the walk? Except for I'm going to say again that this is the first high school walk that they've had, so another Darien proud moment.
It's really cool.
It is. And then the next up, in terms of programming is the demystifying resiliency or resilience. And that's on May 4th at 7:00. It's a Zoom. And thank you, Georgette and Denise and Scott. And I hope I'm not leaving anyone out, for being involved in this. And we're going to have our meeting on next Monday, the smaller group of us to work on the planning and all of that. So there is something that was sent out there is a flyer for that one. I don't know. Have you guys seen it yet? I think I sent it to the whole mental health task force. Yeah. Okay.
It looks great.
Thanks to Allison in my department. I had nothing to do with that. And to Denise, to Paula. Yeah. At Kids in Crisis. So we're going to push that also. And I think Joanna, you said you were going to try to get it in the wires too, right?
Yes, several schools ran it yesterday, and I'm going to remind them and ask them to all run it again.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't see it in the high school one this morning, but
Yeah, but the high school and the middle school for some reason didn't, but I think all the elementaries did.
okay.
Send another email out.
Okay, awesome. And one other thing is the mental health first aid training. And I'm going to get this out this week to you guys. Paula and I, thanks to Joe again, are going to be hosting it for the community on May, 23rd and 25th. So from 8:30 to 1. So that's open to anyone who lives in Darien or serves a Darien community. So I'll get that out to you guys today or tomorrow so that we can start. And then also, Joanna, if we can put that in the wires, maybe next week, slow it down, right? Not overwhelm them with too many things at once. But so we're excited about that. So it's a Tuesday and Thursday at Post 53, and it's free of charge as it was in the past, thanks to ARPA funds. And so we can have up to 30 people. There's only 5 people, but I haven't pushed it out yet. And we sent it to all town hall because some of the town employees they weren't able to do it last time. So we can have up to 30 people. And we won't do it with less than 15 because you need, those of you who've done it before, it's better with a lot of people, so if it's a small turnout, then hopefully it's not, but usually we get at least 15, 20. Last time we had 25 people, right? and a lot of the department heads. So yeah, and then we will offer that again. So we'll offer at least 3 a year. We have to do 3 a year to keep up our certification. So we'll have to figure out when the next one will be. We won't want to do it over the summer because that's just not going to work, because it's a lot of parents that do it, and other, summertime I think is less than ideal. And that's what I have right now. But I think what we have to do, and not today, but if you can all sort of put your thinking caps on like next steps. Oh, here's Julianne. Hi, Julianne. We were just kind of going over a couple things, just that the Out of the Darkness walk is this weekend at the high school. And then the resilience, which you're on as well. Thank you. The Demystifying Resilience panel will be next Thursday at 7. And then we're offering mental health first aid training again. Paula and I, we did our first one, so we got that off our chest, which is nice. It's a relief. But May 23rd and 25th from 8:30 to 1 at Post 53. So I'll be sending that out to the whole group so that you guys can start sharing that. And that's about it. And then I was just saying, like, if we can start putting our thinking caps on, I assume that it seems like everything that we're doing, I mean, in the summer, tell me if you guys agree, but I don't think that we should do stuff over the summer. It's more so during the school year, don't you think? Because I don't know, like, Rebecca, are you doing things, or Deepo, are you guys doing? Oh, your hand's raised, Amy. Did you mean to raise your hand? I'm sorry.
I did, but I was waiting until you were done. So
Sorry.
I'm trying to figure out our summer, but we are thinking that we want to do a couple things over the summer for kids and have like themed nights for them, just so, probably Friday or Saturday night for the kids that are around. But I was raising my hand because I just wanted to make everyone aware that we've been partnering with NAMI on our parent support groups, which has been going well, but they've also offered to bring their NAMI basics course here, and it's a 6-week program that's more of a deep dive. One of the questions that I asked when they talked to us about it was like, how does this compare to what is already being done in town in terms of the mental health first aid? And it's a deeper dive. It's a 6-week course that's 2.5 hours each week. So it will start May 16th and run through June 20th. YWCA is going to be partnering with us, and perhaps Thriving Youth as well. We've been talking to Susanna about it, but I'll get you guys the information. We can have about 15 to 20 people, and they do ask that because it's a run of courses that people can at least make at least 5 out of 6 of them. So. But the feeling is that would be kind of just one more thing that might be helpful for parents in understanding specifically youth mental health, but mental health challenges overall.
And I think it's more supportive personally, right, Amy, for people who are struggling in their families and such, versus like the mental health first aid training, which is a little bit more broader for knowledge. One question I had was, and I was just trying to look up, I would love to do stuff over the summer, but realistically, I don't know that we're going to get parents that have the kind of, availability. But I just noticed on the agenda, that I think it was Family Centers is going to have staff at the high school next week. Did I read that right? And
we offered support to the middle school and high school in March for Matthew's anniversary, and no one attended. So I don't believe we're going to be sending.
Okay. So maybe I was reading that. Maybe it was just a recap of that. So, and then is there staff coming on board at the high school or middle school full time to be there? Or I just have heard bits and pieces, and I just want to make sure I know I know there was like a teen talk representative.
So Scott could probably update us better, but yes, we did present Teen Talk to the Board of Education and the Selectmen. And so yes, that is in the works.
That's someone that's there all the time? Or
the way Teen Talk operates, yes, we put a mastered level clinician at high schools and middle schools to be there as a crisis worker, doing assessments, a resource.
Great. Okay, that's what I
don't know if there's any more, Scott, you want to add about it. I don't know. Or Alicia.
Yes, I had a conversation last week, and Denise, I think it's good to go at the high school level, still assessing at the middle school level. So that's confirmed.
Great.
So that
Thank
will
you.
start in the fall, I assume. Is that the plan?
That's the plan.
Nice. Yay.
Yeah, very exciting.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, so if we can just start, I mean, like I said, start like thinking down the road, like what the needs are, or ideas of future programming and all, come the fall, I guess. But so maybe we can meet like over the summer at some point. I don't think we need to meet like every month right now, since we're going to take a little break, but maybe we could, meet in like July or something like that. Does that sound like a plan?
Sounds good.
Any other agency updates or programming updates? I know I've seen there's a lot of stuff going on. There's another, I don't know if it was Thriving Youth. I can't keep track of all the things that are going on. I know there's another speaker, I think it's a psychologist at the high school. Am I correct?
Lisa Demore, Dr. Demore. Mhm.
Yeah, so she's presenting at the high school on May 10th, the evening of May 10th, and that's a collaborative between TYTF and Darien High School PA and Middlesex Parent Association and Parent Awareness. Like, we're all kind of involved in some ways. They're also doing a club with anybody that had read the book or wants to get a free copy of the book. They were trying to get a group of about 25 together. I think there's still some spaces, but that will culminate in a discussion at the library on May 4th, the afternoon of May 4th, not in conflict with the resiliency programming, which is supposed to be headed by Rini Ninon, who is her co-host and a Darien parent. I think I pronounced that right. So if anyone's interested in that, that's at the Thriving Youth Task Force website. You can find out more about that, or TYTF Facebook group as well. TYTF Book Club Facebook group.
Okay. And remember, if there's things going on like those that you want me to send out to the whole mental health task force, just send it to me and I'm happy to do that. Because I don't think I did that with that particular
Can definitely send you the actual event itself is also, I think there's lawn signs and things like that up. So that's through registering through MPA, I think.
Okay.
But I can get that out to you.
Just one thought as we think about what we want to plan for the fall. Yesterday, I attended, along with some other agencies on this call, the Hope Day. It was the first annual one that was held in Greenwich in conjunction with Greenwich Together. And they work with the Yellow Tulip Project, which is smashing the stigma around mental illness. They had there were about 20 resource tables from different agencies in the town and in the area. There were also a bunch of youth performances, which was great because it brought in all the parents and the grandparents to really fill the room. They held it in Arch Street Teen Center. But something along those lines for Darien, I think, could be really helpful as we head into the fall and kind of look to start the school year with families and students knowing what the available resources are. So each of the tables had different activities. I had done it. I was there because of my relationship with Spire School and had committed to it kind of before I left. So we did like a little planting garden, but they were all kind of mindfulness, mental health, and it was a really nice event. So I'm happy to provide more information on that.
Great.
I think Alicia Sillers too, from the Youth Commission, has some connection with the Yellow Tulip. So,
oh, great.
Yeah, she's done them. She planted them outside of town hall, and I think they deer ate them or something.
Okay,
Right?
she was going to do
Last
something
year
with
or
the kids,
something.
though. She had some kid event
Yeah.
planned, but I haven't talked
I
to her.
think she's doing a window event, right? She's
Yeah,
kids are painting windows around businesses around town. Yeah, it'll
Yeah.
be beautiful.
yeah.
Amy, thank you, Amy, for being there too. Kids in Crisis was there as well. And Greenwich Together, which is administered by Kids in Crisis, would be happy to help with kind of the way the moving parts were, the dealing with the Tulip group. It's been a year's worth of projects and it's been great. And it was a great day. There's Amy, right? Over 200 people there. It was
Yeah.
amazing.
I was
It
going
was
to ask about the
amazing.
turnout. That's great.
It was incredible. And the sun came out and the 5th grade choir sang at the end outside, which was lovely. But there was also a great panel discussion moderated by Tammy Houston, with the local private school and public school coaches. And that was a great discussion on student athletes and mental health and the pressures of athletics and how to balance that. And it was a great discussion, I thought. But great kid performances. You're right.
I think that sounds like a great idea to work on. We could work on planning on it over the summer. And funding wise, if I mean, I don't know how much it costs and all of that, but we have ARPA funds, so that's certainly something that we could do, that we can promote and be a part of and support. I did see someone, I don't know who advertised it. Maybe it was Depot that advertised it. I saw something on Facebook or something over the weekend.
I think it was us, but. And just a note on Denise's point about the panel. The Depot is actually working with Performance Optimal Health and some coaches in town, and also YW and potentially Thriving Youth on doing an event. And gosh, what is the date that we were looking? I want to say May 17th.
The 17th.
Oh, good. Yeah. Okay, great. That's Burnout versus Breakthrough Youth Mental Sports, and providing parents with more information on what they need to know. There was just a session that New Canaan Cares, I want to say, ran in New Canaan a couple weeks ago, that was highly attended. So we know that it's something that's on a lot of parents' mind, and are working to kind of bring that to life in town in the next month or so.
Great. Okay, anything else? Any other agency updates or any other things anyone wants to mention? And then we do have our meeting tomorrow in person. I promise I won't do 2 in a week again. I know it's a lot to ask. But it'll be good to get the whole group together and share all these updates and welcome Alicia. You're going to be a spotlight. No pressure.
I apologize for being late. I didn't realize I didn't have the link.
What's that? Oh, I thought someone was talking.
What time they said? What time is that meeting tomorrow?
10 o'clock. I'm going to send it out this morning. I'll send it out actually right after this, the agenda and the minutes. Thanks to Cynthia for taking the minutes. All right. Anything else anyone wants to share? Or so should we? And I apologize that it's kind of like haphazard, but I feel like we ironed out like the 4 meetings for the year for the greater group. But this one, I felt like it's kind of, we're just meeting since we have some stuff coming up that we kind of added this on. Do we want to pick a date like for our next meeting while we're all here? Okay, so should we just, I guess it sounds like, what are you guys thinking? Should we do July? Or the school people, you guys work all summer, don't you? Scott and Alicia, sorry.
I only work 10 days over the summer or within the school year, so I'll be here at the very end of the year and towards the beginning.
Okay.
And I'm here all summer.
Okay.
So one of us will be here.
Okay. So do you guys want to look at your calendars while we're here? You want to pick something like maybe in the end of June? Or beginning of July?
I think I would say we touch base maybe the beginning of June before everybody kind of disperses and just kind of come up with a summer plan, right?
Okay.
Just an idea on what's happening throughout the summer, what the new plans are for the different organizations, so that we have a schedule together before everybody kind of disperses.
Sounds good. So let's look. So the do you want to do? Go ahead.
The week of the 5th, maybe?
Yeah, sure. Anyone want to shoot out some dates? This time is good. Is 11 o'clock good usually?
Yeah.
This works.
Yeah. So do you want to do 11 o'clock on June 5th? That's a Monday. Does that sound good for everybody?
Perfect.
Okay.
Great.
June 5th at 11 a.m. All right. Awesome. All right. Does someone want to make a motion to adjourn this meeting? Thank you, Amy. Thanks, Georgette. All right. And then hopefully we'll see you guys tomorrow too. And then this weekend, it'll be a busy weekend of mental health, or a busy week of mental health task force stuff. All right. Thanks so much. Have a good day.
Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thanks.
Bye, everybody.
I